Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We're on the test server to try out the event dungeon boss, but on our team. That's right, we're going to be testing out Pontiff Augustin. He is an event champion at the moment as part of the Assassin's Creed collaboration, which means while that collab is active, you can only get him during specific shard events. He's not in the normal shard pool. After the Assassin's Creed collab event ends, he should become, I believe, a normal Void Legendary, just like anyone else, like just like Sir Nicholas or Gergo or Solus or whatever, any of these behind me should be pretty just a normal Void Legendary. We'll obviously see on that, but I'm 99% sure that's what's going to happen. What's he all about? We're going to be testing pretty much just in Arena because he is very much an Arena specialist. He comes in with basically a double whammy, A3 into A2 move. His A3, increase accuracy and an intercept buff on all allies with a 25% turn meter boost. And then he comes in with an AoE buff strip with the ensnare debuff that ignores block debuffs if enemies have 3 or more buffs, decreases their turn meter by 25%, and if they're under 3 or more buffs, decreases it by 40%. So as you can see, he's certainly he's an anti-buff champion, and we'll see his passive in a second as well. And that's what we're basically going to build him around, is this idea of supersonic, filling your turn meter for every buff on each enemy. And we're going to be running temporal chains as well, decreasing enemy speed for each active buff. I think he'd do very well with 6-star. In fact, I think 6-star is a ridiculously huge upgrade for him. And that he's probably going to be significantly worse if you don't have 6-star. We'll talk about that at the end. We have to actually test him first, of course. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, what you're going to get out of this champion is a 25% turn meter boost with a 25% turn meter pushback. You're going to get increased accuracy and intercept. Very few champions can provide intercept to the team. Polara can do it. Is that it for now? In her alternate form, it's very rare. This will protect you from polymorph and, well, one instance of crowd control, and it should not expire as people take turns either. Increased accuracy is very useful. And yeah, buff removal. Ensnare is a fairly new buff that will basically, let's see, I'm not sure where it is in here, but this is the big version. It should just basically stop enemies from gaining any turn meter whatsoever, which will counter enemy intercept stack, not intercept, but enemy supersonic sets. It will counter enemy turn meter boosters. It will counter relics and gemstones, anything like that that can give you turn meter. So yeah, Ensnare, going to be getting more useful. His A1, single target hit, 100% chance to place block active skills for 2 turns, which is great against mythicals, stop them from metamorphing, and steals 5% turn meter for each buff on them. Another anti-buff thing. And then finally, your Eminence's passive. Allies receive 25% less damage from enemies under block damage, unkillable, Veil, Perfect Veil, or Stone Skin. This is cool. You know, like Stone Skin, for example, you have a 50-50 to remove it, and then if they have Lightning Cage, it's even lower. So it can be really hard to get rid of Stone Skin. But you're going to take 25% less damage from them, so you've got a chance to survive. It's pretty interesting. And then this is, I think, more important. Each time an enemy receives a buff, is healed, or has their turn meter filled, he has a 50-50 to decrease the duration of all of their buffs by 1 turn. Once per skill, once per target. So again, he should be very, very strong against buffs. And he also has a 24% speed in all battles aura, which is good for arena. Obviously, there are better arena auras than that. There's 30%, 32, 33. But it's still a really good aura. Very strong for live arena. Maybe a little weak for tag or classic, but not too bad. It's definitely usable. It's the same as Marishka's aura. It's super good. And it's excellent for siege. It's like the second best aura. There's 25% speed, which is mythicals. I mean, there's not really much difference between 24 and 25, so it's very good. Right, so in terms of how we're building him, I've basically given him my Fabian's gear. You guys have been saying, Nub, do a showcase without using Fabian. So we're doing it. He's taking the place of Fabian. Will it work? We'll find out. So he's in Supersonic. I think this is going to be his best set overall. The 9-piece could also be kind of nice too, which is going to make his turn meter boosts stronger. That could be okay. Not necessary, but nice. I've given him a bit of feral as well, a bit of perception. Just looking for anything giving him accuracy and speed. You can see I've got him 415 speed, which is very high, especially because we don't have a 6-star soul. We've got 700 accuracy. So with his 50% increased accuracy buff, he will be over 1,000 accuracy. If we include some mastery bonuses and stuff as well, we should be probably over 1,100 accuracy. So we should be super accurate for using his passive buff reducing for removing and ensnaring and turn meter pushback, doing all this stuff on his A2 and his A1 block active skills. He should be super, super accurate, highly accurate. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got a little bit of resistance as well, which maybe will help. I've given him a hallowed hilt. Why are we using this? Simply to boost his speed. We've given him some accuracy gems and some more turn meter boosting gems so he can get back to his turn. Temporal Chains, I think, is the go-to. Other blessings are probably good. Intimidating Presence is fine, but I'd say you probably would rather have someone else with this. And like I think he's going to be best, most likely, against fast enemies who buff like Seafees and stuff like that to cut in and basically go, oh, you're trying to buff up and go first? Well, hang on a minute, buddy. I'm going to boost up my team. I'm going to remove all your buffs and push your turn meters back loads, and my team is actually going to go instead of yours. I think he's more of a cut-in as opposed to a absolute go-first champion. Would I run anything else? Honestly, no. I'd honestly just... to be honest, just run Temporal Chains. I think it's really as simple as that. I should mention with the Relic, any main stat speed is good. Obviously, this one, you get a bonus when you heal an ally. He literally doesn't have any healing, so it's rubbish. I think his best Relic, well, it's obviously a really overpowered Relic in general, but Stars of the Genii is going to be his best, which again is doubling down on that anti-buff gameplay. That's super good. I do think both of these are actually really good as well. Bane of Centranos, accuracy main stat. When an enemy receives a buff, he can get the same one. That's solid. Blades of Akamori, doing some provokes. Not terrible. And he's got intercept, so if it gets Wand of Submission back, he can take it. So they're two fun ones. Crown of Corruption is like sort of a damage relic, but it's main stat speed, so that's fine. Crystal of Rebirth is a reviver relic, but it's main stat speed, so that's good. What else could we run? I mean, anything with main stat accuracy could work. Again, Lens of Intangibility. Not really for him, but it could work. Yeah, or obviously Wand of Submission would be your general go-to. Always good in arena. Reflect stuff back. It's got speed secondary stat. So like speed secondary stat is always solid. Oh, Hand of Uncreation's not a terrible one. Some accuracy on it. But yeah, anything with accuracy, speed, I don't know, maybe I've missed one or something, but you're probably going for Wand of Submission, or you're going for whatever relic you have that has main stat speed, because you just want him to be quick, really. Accuracy, speed, whatever. Because he's got increased accuracy, you can be a little bit lower. Let's just refresh and let's go through loads of different fights. We're going to go up against Old School first. This is the team we're going to try. So I've got here 3 champions that we've had Hilvy and, we had a Torment event last year. We've had a Hilvy event pretty recently. And Carnage is a free champion, although you have to be pretty far into the game. But we've got 3 champions who really want accuracy. Great, cool. And they really love intercept buffs. Fantastic. So 3 champions very well set up for this. And if we can remove the enemy buffs with Augustin or with Hilvy, it really sets up Carnage very well and Torment very well to be landing their debuffs, which are just incredibly punishing. The freeze, the block active skills, block passive skills. Carnage can potentially spread stuff around. Hopefully it's good. We've got lots of turn meter boosting on the enemy team, actually. Yeah, sir. Nice can steal turn meter, actually, with his A2 and Form 1. So actually every single champion on the enemy team has some form of pretty substantial turn meter boost. We'll see if it works. Let's manual a few fights and let's see how we go. So we are faster. Excellent. So we're going to boost up. Let's go. And then we're going to try to remove their buffs. Here we go. And okay, we actually had some... unbelievably, I think Galathir just resisted something. So yeah, we've got... I could give him a gem to give him more accuracy. I thought over 1,100 would be enough. Apparently not. Apparently not. So yeah, we're going to try to remove their stuff. Again, Galathir's resisted something, and I'm not sure what. But yeah, I mean, we're just slamming some damage in here. This is pretty good. Let's see, can Carnage? He should, surely. And yes, indeed, Carnage has successfully debuffed him with the increased accuracy. Now, that's a slight problem. We're just dead. That is hilarious. I mean, your boy Torment, he's just sort of soloing them. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it's not great, though. I was going to try kill this guy off. We're dead. Well, Torment's not technically dead yet. Now he's dead. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, I think that's just going to be a problem with Augustin. That's just a bit of a problem. If you don't have top tier champion, like we've got two buff removers, right? Augustin and Hilvy. But if you don't remove the stone skin, what do you do? That's it's obviously just a problem. Stone skin is just a problem, especially with lightning cage. It's a problem, simple enough, and there's not much you can do about it. To be honest, let's give it another shot here. Let's see on auto. So this time they're faster than me, so we're just dead. Yeah, so we're just in huge trouble here. Now we might hold on a little bit, but let's be honest, it's not looking good. So yeah, if Augustin gets outsped by a lockout champion again, he is just kind of screwed, unfortunately. That being said, Carnage, I think Torment passive froze Carnage. That actually worked well. So yeah, we've actually survived thanks to Torment. Then Carnage metamorphed and killed them. That's quite lucky. But yeah, it's going to be a problem with Augustin. If they're faster, you're just in trouble. And this brings me to another concern about this champion, which is very simple. It's the problem with every single speed champion in the game. The problem is your 6-star soul has a huge amount of speed tied into it. And if you don't have that speed, you're simply at a huge disadvantage to just being outsped like this. And especially with lockout champions, you just get locked out and then your champion can't do anything. Yeah. Okay, nope. That is a problem. How do I get around it? It's very simple. Grab your wallet, grab your credit card, buy more soul stones. That's the only way you can deal with it. Yeah, it's kind of shitty. But yeah, it's you basically have to pay a tax. I would say with Augustin, I wouldn't be shocked if there's like a champion training tournament or something to get a 5, maybe a 6-star soul, probably a 5-star soul. And once you have a soul, you can then purchase his 6-star upgrade. But that is going to be months and months of saving, and it's just something you'll have to do. But it is, it's a bit of a tax you have to pay. Again, like Fabian with the 6-star souls, much better. Armand's, etc. All of these champions get a lot better when you actually get these souls. One nice thing I'm actually seeing here is the Torment Hill. Well, yeah, it is sort of a Torment and Hilvy combo. It's something Torment can sort of do by himself anyway. But Torment's A3, if he hits someone who's both frozen and burned, he does reduce your cooldowns. So if that happens, if we remove enough buffs with Augustin and or Hilvy, and if Hilvy lands a couple of freezes and burns and bringing in Torment's A3 like this, you see decrease cooldown? Getting that cooldown decrease stuff is actually pretty potent, and it's enabling him to cycle through his moves a little bit faster. Did we lose to this one? I haven't been paying attention. But yeah, it's like the 6-star soul tax and also the relic tax as well, right? You need to have a relic with lots of speed on it because, again, if he gets outsped by an enemy who's not trying to buff, but rather an enemy who's trying to lock you out like this is very bad. We've tried to remove some of their buffs, but there is stone skin in the way. So yeah, it's a problem. It's simply enough, it's a problem. I'm surprised he took so little damage on Fabian. What happened there? We are still alive on Carnage, but I don't think Carnage can win against this guy. Oh, well, Torment's still alive. But yeah, I think we just, we're just dead. So here we're just dead. I do have some other teams we can try with him. Let's try some other teams. So here we go. Let's try. I mean, we're still going to struggle against, no, it's not this one. What did I set up? This one over here. We are going to, okay, maybe we swap this up a bit because we are getting screwed by lockout. Let's put in like Empress. He's not got gear on, but fine. I'm trying to keep it to somewhat accessible-ish options. Empress, yeah, he's got a relic. Okay, great. I don't have a soul for Empress, unfortunately. But let's try like this. So Lady Noelle, Sir Nicholas, they're a bit older now. They were last year. Christmas events 2024, I suppose. Just slightly over a year ago, 13 months ago, to get both of them guaranteed and souls for them, I think, as well. We'll throw in the Empress and we'll throw in Augustin. We'll see what we can do. So we got a better aura. Not actually using his, but we'll give it a shot. So potentially we can still survive. A high resistance build on Lady Noelle is definitely good here. I do have one. It might not be enough because I don't have. I could actually switch relics on her. That might not be terrible. I forgot. I'm on the test server, so I've got Starstone. I can actually change my relics. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay, but here we go. Lady Noelle has successfully buffed us up. Our guy's gonna die, but he will revive back up, which is beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, so now we've got a bit more of a go second team. We've got a high resist Lady Noelle. We have, and I'm actually gonna switch her relic, give her more resistance here. He's trying to debuff her, and it didn't quite work. I think. Not sure 100% what happened. Oh, he's gonna kill himself. That's funny. Oh, he's doing that. All right. They're going to revive everything. This could get a little sketchy depending on what he's... Oh, yeah. This is definitely sketchy. Oh no. Oh, no. Auto. I'm actually very surprised. I've just left it on... Oh, we actually won because of his passes. I'm very surprised that Empress went for a Fabian instead of going for an enemy Empress because of the affinity. That's actually surprising to me. Right. We can actually switch Noelle, and we're going to give them all, like, plus 15 relics. But Noelle, I've got her with a Crystal of Rebirth. Kind of fun because of Torpidity here. Decreased enemy speed of Thunder Freeze placed by this champion. And she gets more speed, and yeah, I don't know. Is it any good for her? I don't know. I was trying to find, because I have it, I was like, who would this be good for? But I could just give her a... We've got a lovely, beautiful, like over 1,000 Starstone. And let's just put up to plus, put up another bit. Just for the resistance, to give her as much resistance as possible. So she's got extra resistance against enemies trying to crowd control her. Got some damage reduction. We can actually give her a Torpidity here. Well, it's... yeah, we'll give it to her, because I think it's strong. It's cool. So where is it? Bear with me one sec. Okay. Remove this. Yep. Don't destroy it. And what does the do? Okay. Let's just put in Rapidity over here. Great. Yes. Ripping through the Starstone. We might actually run out of Starstone on the test server, which would be hilarious. Okay, so now we've got very high resist Noelle. So she's got 931. That's about as high as I can go on my account. We have an Empress. Oh, I have not set up his preset. So let's go. Let's like open with this, but probably priority 1 on this and probably priority 2 over here. I think probably makes sense. And then we could put, for auto, we'll probably set up priorities like so. But we can play on manual, but I'll probably set up priorities like that. There we go, there we go. Okay, cool, great. Let's go. One thing, I think I might have given Augustin a mastery that could reduce his cooldowns. I actually think we probably don't want to do that. Okay, so here's one nasty thing about him. Marius... His A2 does trigger Marius, so you do get a Marius counterattack. And this Marius hasn't done much damage, but it is something to note that could mess you up. So, I mean, here we might as well manual. Why not, right? And I think if we kill the Marius, we make life a hell of a lot easier for ourselves. Ouch. Oh, I see the problem now. Lady Noelle is now slower because I took off a speed relic. She's now slower. That's not great. Now slower than him, so we've missed our unkillable buffs. Now we've got them. Okay, we just kill block revive on him. Sure, great. And then because they're gonna keep hitting her and die to counterattacks from Jerky McJerkface over here, let's make sure to attack the Taurus instead. Oh well, we actually have the A1. You know what? That is actually fine. What? Oh no, he's died to that. Oh well, it's okay. But yeah, she just revived Taurus. There's nobody left to bring back. Okay, so we also need to throw some glyphs on Noelle to make sure that she's faster than Sir Nicholas. Just so that the skills line up correctly. Okay, that's funny. So let's take a look. But yeah, this team is working better. This team's working. Now, funny enough, we don't actually need any accuracy on Sir Nick or Lady Noelle, so not really benefiting from him per se. Oh, she's a good bit slower. She's a good bit slower. Yeah, all right. Well, we could just... I've got some stupid speed glyphs on. I wonder, like, some people on the test server seem to be crazy fast. I wonder if it's just because they gave us like 100 of these speed glyphs and people have just gone crazy. Here's me throwing them on as well. But I just feel... I don't know. It's a test server thing. It's like, if some people use all of these resources and like have plus 18 relics and everyone with the 6-star soul and everything... like trying to tests with somewhat reasonable stats because, or like you need equally unreasonable stats to sort of compensate. Okay, so here we can see like it's actually kind of interesting. This is a perfect example. Sorry, I'm interrupting my own thoughts here, but this is perfect. Sifi's a great example actually of this, of Augustin working well. But yeah, it's like, then people say, your builds are not realistic, or if you give them crack build, it's one of those things, right? But anyway, so like Sifi boosts up here, and now we can come in, and this is fantastic. We get to buff up, and then we can remove all their buffs, and we push their turn meters back by 40%. It's a huge turn meter pushback, actually. Incredibly strong. We're probably fine to just do our big nuke. Maybe I should have actually done A1. I don't know, it's fine. It's fine, whatever. So Nick, you know what? Give us a shield, just so we're gonna take less damage. Well, we just did 0 damage, I guess. That's fine. We'll block revive on her. There we go. Cool. He must have had aspect of Siroth. We're all unkillable, so I mean, what are they gonna do? Pretty much nothing. And block active skills on Taris. Why not? Should have clearly done it on him instead. That was stupid. But you can block buffs with Lady Noelle, thanks to probably she had still increased accuracy, or was it removed? I think actually it was removed, but it was still helpful, I'm sure. And yeah, I mean, now we could just finish him off. Fantastic. Here we go, and you protect him, and yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Very cool. We boost up again. We can see that turn meter pushback, just sort of keeping us in the game, making us faster than him, and yeah, lovely. I think Augustin worked really well against this team. Yeah, so he certainly has a place. Let's try him. Here's another team with a lot of buffs and probably a lot of resistance. Buzor here. Let's try it against this. So yeah, hopefully I've given you a good idea for him overall. I think he has the same problem that any Go First champion has, which is, like if you're not, like here again, we could see, by the way, it's one thing with Empress. I also like, I think when Empress first came out, quite hyped about him being the stone skin remover. But I mean, you just saw Empress just did an A3 against the enemy team. He didn't remove stone skin. Why not? Because lightning cage. Lightning cage is insane. This is why everyone are running lightning cage now. Like it's so absurdly good. So yeah, Empress just did his A3, and the enemy team went, yeah, no, what if you just don't remove the stone skin though, bro? Even though Empress can do it. And like for other removers, as we can see, it's the problem as well with Augustin. Against that stone skin, he just can't remove it most of the time. Now, when it's gone, it's actually very strong. But yeah, so he does have some issues. Like stone skin, you gotta need to run him with like some sort of HP burn or burn explosion champs that can rip off stone skin. That works pretty well. He pair up pretty well with a bomb champion. He doesn't have increased attack, but he does have increased accuracy. So he could pair up with bombs. Like that's something that could potentially work. We're doing massive damage to Buzor's team here, as you can see. Buzor's gonna die any minute now. Any minute now. He's about to fall over dead. Now, this should be strong. Now we should be getting like lots of turn meter pushback, and that ensnare debuff should be kind of helpful. One thing that I think is sort of interesting about him, why did he switch back? Oh, I guess I gave him some AI preset to switch back. One thing that I'm certainly intrigued about, there aren't any bosses in the game really where ensnare is particularly relevant. Very few. It's just not really a thing. So I just don't think August, and very few enemies in PvE, certainly bosses, that are gaining lots of buffs, or that buff removal is very important. It's just not very common. And I'm curious with Augustin, they might put out some bosses in future with what that ensnare is valuable against. Equally, they might not. There might be nothing. We have a slight problem now. Actually, we've got a very big problem. Augustin, please stop. Uh-oh. Oh dear. We have a Death Knight. Oh god, the torpidity. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's got a protected block damage, and we've no way to hit through block damage. And we have so much turn meter depletion. God, she's decreasing their turn meter as well because he's frozen. Oh, this is not good. Are we just stuck in an infinite loop? We could skip some of her A1s. I guess I should be skipping her A1s. It's not even worth our time, is it? That's hilarious. We have like this unkillable Death Knight. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Uh, that's too funny. Let's try it. Final sort of fight here against this. But yeah, Augustin. So I think he's pretty cool. I mean, we'll see. I'm not crazy hyped about him. I think he's going to be more of I think he's more of a Kraken champion, to be honest with you. Again, like he's a champion that you really need to heavily invest gear and souls into, and relics. Like he needs crazy investment because he needs a lot of speed, probably. Um, I mean, he's got some potential as well to not be mega speedy, to be more go second. So maybe, you know, I will say that he does have some potential as like a go second Giga Chad. He seems okay at that as well. In fact, very good at that. So there is that. But yeah, as like a speedy champion, it's very much Kraken-y stuff. And because Stone Skin is still such a big problem, you're going to need really strong anti-Stone Skin champions, which again, I think is, you know, more of a Kraken thing as well. Or you got to have good luck with the mythicals that you've pulled and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. You would combo well at Fabian, but you guys have said you don't want me to use Fabian in showcases, so I can't showcase him. So you just have to. Who knows how good he is with Fabian? I don't know. I'm not allowed to do it, so I can't do it. But yeah, he's cool. He's cool. Let me know what you think about Pontiff. What do you think about him? I think he's decent. I think he's good. He's not like blowing me away. Like I would. I'd probably, for me personally, I'd rather have. I'd probably rather have like more versatile Void legendaries. Like he's pretty good, but he's better than a lot of most of them. But there's plenty that I'd rather have over him as well. Like I'd rather have Neve, I'd rather have Marishka. Personally, just a bit more versatile in more content in more teams. Not as yeah, I don't know. Yeah. That's sort of my thoughts on him. But he's good. He's certainly good. Yeah. I mean possibly running like Stone Skin Supersonic might be better as well. Or Chronophage might be decent on him. Run Chronophage and just be like, okay, you guys go first, I'll cut in, and I'll remove your stuff. And running him in a sort of high resistance team, but still providing a good speed aura for that sort of team is certainly possible as well. Yeah, I think he's got decent potential. I think he's good. I think if you get him, cool. You can make good use out of him. Yeah, he's sort of fallen where I kind of thought of being like good, but yeah, I think he's good. I think he's good. Pretty good, but I'm not massively blown away. So yeah, there you go. That's Augustin. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you get a 6-star soul, congrats, right? It makes a huge difference. There we go. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.